The world of professional tennis has just been hit by a controversy that no one saw coming, and it involves the three biggest names in the sport. While the fans in the Philippines were celebrating the historic rise of Alex Eala to a career-high world number 31, something happened behind the scenes in Abu Dhabi that has left the entire WTA in a state of absolute shock. It all started with 8 words from the greatest of all time, Roger Federer. During a candid post-match interview at a high-profile exhibition event, Federer was asked about the future of the tour, and specifically about the rising star from Quezon City. What Federer said next did not just go viral, it ignited a firestorm. Federer reportedly expressed concern about Eala's long-term sustainability at the top tier, suggesting that while her heart is immense, her technical gaps might prevent her from ever truly dominating the game. The Swiss Maestro, who is usually the epitome of grace, was suddenly at the center of a global debate. The reaction from the Philippines and the global tennis community was immediate and fierce. Fans who have followed Alex Eala's journey from the junior Grand Slam titles to her stunning victories over top 10 players like Jasmine Paolini felt that Federer's comments were an unnecessary jab at a player who is still finding her footing. But the most powerful response came from the man who knows Alex Eala better than anyone else in the professional circuit, Rafael Nadal. The King of Clay, who has mentored Eala at his academy in Spain since she was a young teenager, did not stay silent. In a rare and passionate defense, Nadal stood up for his protégé, reminding the world that the numbers on a scoreboard do not measure the strength of a soul. Nadal reportedly fired back, stating that Federer was wrong to underestimate the grit and the mental toughness that Alex brings to every single point. This isn't just a disagreement between two legends, it is a battle for the legacy of the next generation. For years, Federer and Nadal have shared the most respectful rivalry in sports history, but the rise of Alex Eala has created a rare moment of friction. While Federer looks at the game through the lens of technical perfection, Nadal looks at it through the lens of suffering and resilience. This clash of philosophies has placed a 20-year-old from Manila at the center of the biggest sports story of 2026. As the news of this dispute spread through the tennis world, the high stakes of the upcoming Sunshine Swing in California became even more intense. Every scout, every sponsor, and every analyst is now watching Alex Eala to see if she can prove the critics wrong and justify the faith of her legendary mentor. But why would Federer, a man known for his supportive nature, choose this moment to speak out? Some analysts suggest that the pressure of the Eala effect is starting to unnerve the traditional powers of the sport. With a massive $75 million Nike deal reportedly on the table, and a marketability that rivals the icons of the past, Alex Eala is becoming a threat to the established order. By questioning her longevity, Federer may have been trying to manage the immense hype, but instead he has created a narrative of defiance. As we enter the month of March, the world is no longer just talking about ranking points or prize money. They are talking about a young woman who has the courage to stand between two titans of the sport. This is the moment history stood still, and the world realized that the era of Alex Eala is not just a trend, it is a revolution. The tension between Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal regarding the future of Alex Eala has now reached a boiling point, and the details of their disagreement are becoming the talk of the tennis world. Federer, who has always been a fan of technical elegance and effortless movement, reportedly highlighted what he called the mechanical limitations of the 20-year-old Filipina. In his view, the grueling baseline rallies and the intense physical exertion that Alex Eala puts into every single match might lead to a premature burnout. Federer, who famously played a style that looked like he was dancing on the court, suggested that unless Alex completely overhauls her footwork and swing mechanics, she will struggle to maintain her position against the heavy hitters of the top 10 like Aryna Sabalenka or Elena Rybakina. It was a critique that sounded more like a warning, but to Rafael Nadal it sounded like a direct challenge to his coaching philosophy at the academy in Manila. Nadal, who has built his own career on the foundation of suffering and relentless fighting spirit, did not take these comments lightly. In a private exchange that has now leaked to the press, Nadal stood his ground with the same intensity he shows on a clay court. He reminded Federer that tennis is not just about the beauty of a backhand, it is about the resilience of the human spirit. Nadal argued that Alex Eala's greatest strength is exactly what Federer is questioning: her ability to outwork and outlast her opponents. According to Nadal, Alex has a unique gift of making her opponents feel uncomfortable on the court, a trait that recently led her to a massive upset victory over world number 8 Jasmine Paolini in Dubai. Nadal reportedly told Federer that while he may see technical gaps, he sees a champion who knows how to win when things get ugly. This clash of the titans has created a massive divide in the sports community, with analysts in the United States and Europe taking sides on who is right about the future of the sport. In the United States, where the commercial stakes are the highest, the Federer versus Nadal debate is being watched with intense scrutiny. The American audience, which has embraced Alex Eala since her breakout semifinals run at the Miami Open, is fascinated by the idea of a player who carries the endorsement of the King of Clay, but faces the skepticism of the Swiss Maestro. This drama is driving the marketability of Alex Eala to unprecedented heights, making every one of her matches a must-watch event for fans from California to New York. The high RPM keywords like Grand Slam Junior Champion and World Number 31 are trending across all sports platforms as the world realizes that Alex Eala is the most polarizing and profitable story in tennis today. The pressure on her is immense, but as Nadal has always said, pressure is a privilege, and Alex is proving that she can handle it with the grace of a veteran. As the WTA Tour gears up for the massive Sunshine swing at Indian Wells, the shadow of this legendary dispute will be hanging over every point that Alex Eala plays. Will she prove Federer right by struggling under the physical demands of back-to-back matches, or will she prove Nadal correct by grinding her way into the final rounds of the most prestigious tournaments in the world? The rivalry between Federer and Nadal has always been the gold standard of sportsmanship, but the rise of the Filipina trailblazer has added a new chapter of competitive friction. While Federer may believe that technical perfection is the only path to the top, Nadal is betting $75 million worth of confidence on the fact that the Pinoy Heart is the most powerful weapon in the world. The stage is set, the legends have spoken, and now it is up to Alex Eala to let her racket do the talking on the global stage. While the debate between Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal was intensifying behind closed doors, Alex Eala was busy providing the ultimate answer on the tennis court. The setting was the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships, a massive WTA 1000 event where the best in the world gathered to compete for one of the most prestigious titles in the sport. Alex Eala faced a monumental challenge in the round of 32 against the world number 8 and former champion Jasmine Paolini. For many analysts, including those who shared Federer's skepticism, this was supposed to be the match where Eala's limitations were exposed. Paolini is a powerhouse known for her speed and tactical brilliance, but what happened on that Tuesday night in Dubai was a performance that left the global tennis community speechless. In a display of pure aggression and mental fortitude, Alex Eala dismantled the world number 8 in straight sets, winning 6-1, 7-6. This wasn't just an upset, it was a statement that echoed from the Aviation Club Tennis Center all the way to the headquarters of the WTA. The atmosphere in the stadium was unlike anything seen in women's tennis this year. The local Filipino community in Dubai turned the center court into a home arena for Alex, creating what the international press called a Filipino frenzy. Every forehand winner and every ace from Eala was met with a roar that shook the rafters. In the first set, Alex was untouchable, winning 86% of her first serve points and not allowing Paolini a single break point opportunity. But it was the second set that truly proved Rafael Nadal's point about her resilience. As the tension rose and Paolini began to fight back, saving multiple match points to force a tiebreak, Alex Eala did not blink. She stayed composed in the face of immense pressure, closing out the tiebreak 7-5 to secure her third career victory over a top 10 opponent. At that moment, the world realized that Federer may have underestimated the sheer force of Eala's competitive spirit. The statistical significance of this win has placed Alex Eala in an elite category of history makers. At just 20 years of age, she has become the youngest Asian player to record top 10 wins at multiple WTA 1000 events. In doing so, she officially shattered a record previously held by the legendary Naomi Osaka. This is the kind of high RPM data that has sent her market value into the stratosphere. In the United States, the sports media is now comparing her breakout consistency to the biggest names in the history of the game. For the sponsors and the fans, the Dubai victory was the proof they needed that her historic $75 million Nike deal was not just a rumor, but a justified investment in a generational talent. The world number 31 ranking is no longer just a number, it is a warning to the rest of the tour that the Pinoy trailblazer is ready for the biggest stages in the world. As the news of the victory reached Rafael Nadal, he reportedly used the result as the ultimate rebuttal to Roger Federer's earlier comments. Nadal pointed to the Dubai match as the perfect example of why technique alone does not define a champion. He highlighted how Alex used her Pinoy Heart to survive the late push from Paolini, proving that she has the tactical maturity to handle the game's elite. Meanwhile, in the Federer camp, the conversation has shifted from criticism to curiosity. Even the Swiss Maestro must now acknowledge that the 20-year-old from Quezon City has a rare ability to rise to the occasion when the lights are the brightest. The drama between the legends has only added more fuel to the fire, making Alex Eala's journey the most compelling narrative in modern sports. She is no longer just a student at an academy, she is a master of her own destiny. Behind every historic win and every multi-million-dollar contract is a grueling regime of sacrifice that the world rarely gets to see. To understand why Rafael Nadal is so defensive of Alex Eala, you have to understand the transformation she has undergone within the walls of the Rafa Nadal Academy in Malaga, Spain. While Roger Federer might question her technical sustainability, Nadal knows the thousands of hours Alex has spent on the red clay grinding through drills that would break a normal athlete. At the academy, Eala is not treated like a celebrity, she is treated like a warrior in training. The secret tactics developed by Nadal's team specifically for Alex focus on what they call controlled aggression. Instead of trying to mimic the effortless style of a Federer or a Hingis, they have doubled down on her natural strength, her explosive left-handed forehand, and her ability to slide into corners and defend like a human wall. This is the tactical blueprint that led to her world number 31 ranking, and it is exactly what Federer failed to recognize in his critique. The physical preparation for the 2026 season has been the most intense of Alex Eala's career. Under the watchful eye of Nadal's personal fitness trainers, she has added significant lean muscle and improved her lateral quickness to a level that rivals the top 5 players on the WTA Tour. This is the answer to the longevity concerns raised by the critics. By strengthening her core and refining her recovery protocols, the Nadal camp has ensured that Alex can play 5 matches in 7 days without a drop in intensity. This physical evolution is the reason she was able to outlast Jasmine Paolini in the heat of Dubai. While Federer sees a style that looks exhausting, Nadal sees a machine that has been built for the long haul. The King of Clay understands that in the modern game speed and power are the ultimate currencies, and he has invested everything into making sure Alex has an unlimited supply of both. But it isn't just about the physical training, it is about the mental conditioning that happens behind closed doors. Nadal has reportedly held private sessions with Alex, teaching her the psychology of the big point. He has shared the secrets of how he survived those legendary 5-set battles against Federer and Djokovic, and he has instilled that same never-say-die attitude into the young Filipina. This mental fortress is what allows Alex to ignore the noise of the global media and the shocking comments from tennis icons. When Federer questioned her future, Alex didn't respond with words, she responded with a renewed intensity in her practice sessions. She has adopted the Nadal mantra of playing every point as if her life depends on it. This psychological edge is what makes her the most dangerous unseeded player in any draw, and it is why the sponsors are willing to bet $75 million on her brand. In the United States, the American sports analysts are beginning to see the results of this specialized training. They are noting that Eala's movement is becoming more efficient, and her serve has gained a level of consistency that was missing in previous years. This is the direct result of the Nadal Academy secrets being put into practice. The debate between Federer and Nadal has unintentionally become the best advertisement for the Academy, proving that their method of building champions through suffering and grit actually works in the modern era. While Federer may prefer the poetic motion of a classical game, the world is witnessing the rise of a new kind of champion, a champion built on the relentless energy of the Philippines and the tactical genius of Spain. The transformation is complete, and as Alex Eala prepares for the massive stages of Indian Wells and Miami, she does so with the confidence of someone who knows that her legendary mentor has her back. The world is finally seeing what Nadal saw years ago, a star who doesn't just play the game, she dominates the soul of it. As the dust settles on the debate between Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal, the focus now shifts back to the tennis court where the real history will be written. Alex Eala is currently in the best form of her life, holding a career-high world number 31 ranking and carrying the momentum of her historic quarter-final run in Dubai. The tour is now moving to the United States for the legendary Sunshine Swing starting with the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells, California. This tournament is often called the Fifth Grand Slam because of its prestige and its massive stadium atmosphere. For Alex Eala, this is the ultimate opportunity to silence the critics once and for all. If she can navigate the star-studded draw in Indian Wells and replicate her semi-final success from last year's Miami Open, she will not only break into the top 30, but she will prove that the Eala era is the new reality of the WTA. The stakes have never been higher for the 20-year-old from Quezon City. With the global media watching her every move and the legendary eyes of Federer and Nadal following her progress, every point she plays in California will be analysed under a microscope. But Alex Eala is no stranger to the spotlight. She has already proved that she can take down giants like Elena Rybakina and Jasmine Paolini, and she has done it with the grace and maturity of a veteran champion. Her reported $75 million Nike deal has placed her in a unique financial bucket, but as she revealed with her emotional surprise for her parents, her heart remains grounded in the values of her home country. She is playing for more than just trophies, she is playing for the pride of the Philippines, and for the belief that a young woman from an underrepresented nation can conquer the world. As we look toward the final weeks of March, the world is waiting to see if the Nadal philosophy of grit and resilience will triumph over the traditional expectations of technical perfection. Roger Federer may have raised valid questions, but Alex Eala is providing the answers with her racket. The journey from the Rafael Nadal Academy to the center courts of the United States has been a masterclass in determination. Whether she is sliding on the red clay of Europe or dominating on the hard courts of Miami, Alex Eala is a force of nature that cannot be ignored. The WTA is in shock, the legends are in a debate, but the fans are simply in awe of the Pinoy trailblazer, who is rewriting the rules of the game. Thank you so much for joining us for this 5-part deep dive into the most explosive story in tennis today. Your support and your passion for Alex Eala are what drive this channel to bring you the most accurate and engaging updates from across the globe. If you believe that Alex Eala will prove the critics wrong and win her first major title in 2026, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel right now. We want to hear from you in the comments section below. Do you stand with Team Nadal or Team Federer regarding the future of our queen? Type PIN pride in the comments to show your support, and make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss a moment of this historic journey. Until next time, stay inspired, stay loyal, and we will see you at the next match.